good evening, everyone, and welcome to the episode 4 of our transformation series. So, we had three wonderful stories from real life people, and we had a lot of learnings from all of them. Everyone taught something new, something different, but each one of them had really transformed something very important in their lives. The episode series started with me transforming my life. Then it was about a mother of 3 children, how she transformed her life. Then it was about a successful businessman as a son, how he started transforming his life. So there were these beautiful, amazing stories which we heard from those people straight from their mouth. So it was an amazing thing. Hi Leena, hi Aishwarya, great to have you here. So today I thought, instead of really continuing the series of the stories, the purpose of this transformation series is to help you also to transform your life. So we can only transform when we go through the stories, we pick up the learnings, we apply it in our lives, and then move ahead to the new story. If you are just going to read it completely, listen to all the stories completely without taking a pause and reflecting on your life, it is not going to help you. So that is the reason I thought that today let me have an episode of helping you with the process of transformation. How does this transformation really take place? Till I get in there, I was wanting to know from people who have watched these 3 series to let me know what was the learning from these episodes, episode 1, 2 and 3. Any one of you who has watched these episodes. Aishwarya, if you remember anything that you learned from these 3 real life stories, I would wait for your comment. And till then, happy Diwali to all of you. I hope Diwali was wonderful. How did you really do? What did you do in Diwali? Did you really meet your loved ones? And you know, the best part was I felt that lull, the silence, that feeling in the entire environment of, everything had come to stagnancy, just changed like that because of Diwali. So I think that itself on its own was such a huge transformation in the society per se. From dull, gloomy, hi Akash, great to have you here. From a dull, gloomy, insecure feeling everywhere, all of a sudden Diwali came and everything changed. Now, good or bad, that of course we'll get to know later. If COVID has really still got sustained, it's an amazing thing. But I think the environment was so beautiful. All of a sudden there were lights around in the building, there were diyas getting lighted, people were meeting, they were coming together, chatting with each other. We saw when we were going for our morning walks, which we have started, that there are so many people who are enthusiastically walking. So I think it really changed and transformed the absolute environment, and that really made us feel so beautiful, bright and happy. So Diwali brought this transformation in all our lives. Similarly, what did you learn from these 3 stories of transformation? I would love to hear from you that what is that you learned. So Aishwarya, Akash, you went through those stories. Can you just let others know what did you learn? What was your learning from all the 3 stories that you had? Hi Aflatun, great to have you here. So till I listened to all of you, I was trying to share that why did I think of making this episode as an episode of process of transformation, because just listening to stories is not going to help. If you look at, if you remember as a child, there were stories told to us, and then at the end there was moral of the story. Why was the moral of the story asked and told to us? So that we understand that what do you gather from this story. Until you don't get the moral of the story is of no use. Similarly, this transformation series of people transforming their lives is very important only when we know what really transformed, how did it really happen, what was the transformation, and how is it really giving me results in my life. Hi Kshitija, great to have you here. It'll be great from Kshitija to know how did those 3 stories affect your life. How did it influence you? Did it affect you? Did it bring about any change, any learnings that you had? I'm looking forward for the comments from you so that I know that this is really working with all of you. At the same time, I would also like to thank all the people who were there for the last episode, because technically there was a lot of challenges. We couldn't connect to the speaker, and twice I had to go in live, and I'm so happy with your patience that you really waited for me to come back live again. We managed it through a Zoom call, but I still had all the people coming and joining me for that Zoom to understand, which makes me believe that yes, these stories are helping you and they're bringing about a change in your life. So, friends, let me start knowing from you what are the changes that you made or the changes that inspired you from these transformations. Story of my life, story of Angela Myers, and story of Amit Bed. And we have more such wonderful stories coming up. I'm in touch with these people whom I'm going to bring about. They have really had such amazing transformation. I was talking to one of them today and she was mentioning that transformation is available for all. So each one of us has the capacity, the potential to transform our life. And many of us, there are many people in the world, hi Shefali, many people want to really change some aspect of their lives. But there are others who actually transform their lives by making some great, significant, lasting changes. So what are these changes and how does it happen is what I'm going to continue talking about. That is the process of transformation. But till then, let me know from you. Hi Vidya, great to have you here. So Shefali, Kshitija, Vidya, Aishwarya, Akash, all of you others whom I can't see the names who are there here live now, can you let me know what did you learn from the three series, that the stories that we really shared on the transformation episodes? I would love to read your comments and then I can move ahead on the process of transformation. And for all those people who have joined me later, hi Angela, that's awesome to have you here. That's really, really amazing. I was just discussing your story and how so many females got inspired listening to you. So guys and girls who are there, Angela is also watching. So come on, let us really tell her that how did her story inspire us? What did we learn from her life? And thank you very much, Angela, for really joining us. It's awesome to have you here. That is really a very pleasant surprise coming from Angela to me. Thank you very much. So friends, let me have these comments from you and then I go on to tell you what is the process of transformation. How does this transformation really happen in people's life? How did Angela bring about the transformation in her life? Hi Janvi, great to have you here. How did I bring about the transformation? What are the common elements in these stories? Let's really get to know from all of you that what is that really helped you change or inspired you from listening from all these live stories of ordinary people who brought about some amazing transformations in their life. Anything that you would like to share? Okay guys, let me see you writing. Okay, so the first comment comes from Kshitija. Hi Varun. From Angela's story, learnings were enjoy the process, come out of the victim feeling. Yes, that's really very, very important. Enjoy the process, come out of the victim mentality, take responsibility for your life. So Angela, if the learnings are correct, you can let us know that yes, she did listen to your story and she got the right points. Hi Varun, I would like to know from all of you that how did all the three stories inspire you and brought about changes in you? Angela is saying it was a pleasure, such a beautiful community here and the work that you're doing. Thank you very much for your beautiful compliment. Okay, Akash, let's listen what Akash is here sharing. He said, all the stories inspired us. Amit sir's story inspired me because I think I'm also going through the same things like always working. Absolutely right, Akash. And that is why I'm bringing a combination of males and females in different times that, you know, all of us can relate to some or the other part of the story. So like Amit said, it is of course very important as a man or even as a female who's career driven and ambitious to go all out, work, deliver results. But at the same time, it's important that we manage the, complete balance of life. Otherwise, we are missing out on something. So like Amit, he was very successful as an entrepreneur, really doing great. But he was not living life completely. And that is what he was missing, which led him to that change. Okay. Angela is saying, Kshitija, that you have really got all those points correct. So that's an awesome thing. Shefali is saying Angela's story was self-belief, inner change, enjoy the process and take responsibility. Okay. Vidya said, Angela's story has inspired me to take small steps towards transforming my life. Awesome. Janvi, and to enjoy the process while achieving the goal. So that's really, really good. Hi Priyanka, great to have you here. So, dear friends, it's really, Varun is saying never give up, never give hope. You never know what life is getting you. Yes, absolutely. That's what Angela really shared about. That she started taking small steps, and those small consistent steps, how did it bring about such a huge transformation in her life? And today she's an absolutely changed person. So that's really amazing. So let's go on to the process of transformation. So like I told, many people want to change some aspect of their life, but there are others who prefer to transform their lives by making significant and lasting change. So change generally happens with an external incident, like I shared earlier also. Okay, Shivali is sharing that Amit's story was about balancing work, family life, spending time with parents. Yes, which is very crucial, which you are doing right now. So that's really amazing, because work is going to continue all our life. But if we miss out on these precious moments, there'll be a lot of regrets towards the end. And we don't want that. We want to live a happy, complete life. Priyanka is also saying that Angela's story was inspiring. So Angela, you can see how many lives you have touched through your story. So once again, thank you very much from the depths of my life to really have you here and hosting you, and you shared your life so easily, and that's inspired so many females here. So that was the first thing, that are we really wanting that transformation, that lasting change not triggered by the external environment? So why does this happen? What is the difference between making a change and going back to your old pattern, or really making a permanent change in your life? What is this transformation process all about? So the first point, I hope all of you have a paper and pen ready with you, so that I can start explaining the process to you. Aishwarya is saying she learned that determination, courage, and never giving up attitude can transform your life. Angela's story has inspired me to never give up and always have hope and keep going. Wow, that's awesome. So why does this happen? Why can't we make permanent changes? Why this process of transformation starts? So the very first thing that happens, if you listen to Amit's story, he said that though he was very successful, there was something missing in his life. He didn't feel life was complete. Somewhere he was missing happiness in life. He had success, but he was not really very happy. And what was missing, he didn't know, right? So the very first thing is, when we start feeling that there is something missing in our life, so the first step is to find out what is really missing in life. Dig deep and find out what's truly missing. Like Angela's story, if you remember, she said that she had got into the mode of complacency and feeling bad, feeling low. And then she realized that no, what am I missing? I'm really missing that happy, enthusiastic life. And there she was. That is what she was wanting, and that's how she really drove that change in her. So dear friends, the first step to transformation is, what is that you're missing in life? I'm sure for some people it could be happiness, for some people it could be love, for some people it could be connectivity with your loved ones, for some people it could be they're missing friends in their life, for some people it could be they're missing success in their life. There is something that is not enough. What is that? For some people it is like Amit's story was success, happiness, everything great, but nothing is happening in life. You're not feeling complete. For me it was, I was one of those, whether you call them black sheep or an underdog, never really achieved anything great in my school life, college life, and that really somehow what is missing? I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to feel that my life is worthwhile. That was missing. And that was so damn important for me that took me to the next step. So first step, dear friends, if you want to write down, is what is really missing in your life. What is making you feel incomplete? Dig deep and find out what is really missing. Don't look at the shallow level. So shallow level, if you see, Angela's life was about complacency. My life was about not achieving anything. It was a very average, ordinary life. But when I dug deep, I realized that I actually wanted to make my life worthwhile. I wanted to look at me, people to look at me like a role model. Something that I've achieved out of life. I was tired of not achieving anything. That was my first thing. I was missing all of that achievements. So why does this happen? Because we are missing something in life. So the first step is to find out what is really missing in your life, and that cannot be shallow. It has to be you really digging deep in and finding out what is truly missing. That can happen by finding some little space in your daily life out of the rush and rut. Really think to yourself that why am I not really happy, vibrant, energetic, enjoying life completely? There is something missing. What is that missing? Find that out. So that is step number 1. Step number 2 is, once you're clear that this is what I'm missing out of my life, now get focused. And by focus means what? Grow it so much, that part of missing, grow it to that extent that you're absolutely hungry enough to do whatever it takes to make those changes happen. Now, crucial for you at this aspect is that you want this change for yourself, not for anybody else. So if I'm wanting to change for XYZ and that XYZ doesn't appreciate my change, I will not pursue that change. Only when I am wanting to change for myself, because I am not happy with my life, I am not feeling fulfilled, I am not really excited, I want to make that change. I am not happy the way I live my life. I want some change in my daily life, bring about more vibrancy, more energy, more enthusiasm. That is what I'm missing in life. Then I will take that effort. That's for me. It is not for someone else. I don't want to oblige someone saying that I'm going to do it for you. It doesn't work. If your relationship is not doing good and you want to make a change in your behavior or your habit or your nature, then that is for you. Because if you become a better person, your life will change. And then you'll be happy in all the other relationships. So that change should be self-driven. It should not be for someone else. So relating this step 2 for me in my story was that, an average school life, an average college life, end of everything, not even getting a job. So that made that drive so strong in me that I went ahead and I pushed myself to that extent that I could fight my fears. So my biggest fear of life, friends, is I don't live lonely. I cannot live on my own. If you put me into a room even for 24 hours, I feel choked. I want people around me. And till that day, when I thought of really moving out of the city for my first job, which was not great enough, how did I conquer my fear? How did I overcome myself? How did I push myself for 1 year till I didn't achieve something great and I returned back with that achievement was this drive in me, that hunger in me, that no, even I am worthwhile. My life is great. I can do something. I can tap my inner potential. I can achieve that. That drive was so strong that I went ahead and I lived for 1 year on my own, faced all the challenges that I had to go through. It was not really easy. I remember one night when I had this lizard in my house and I'm really scared of them. It gives me such a creepy feeling and it was right above my head. I couldn't throw it out. I was scared of it. So I had my lights on the entire night and I think I hardly slept because I was focusing on where the lizard is moving. I used to have such huge candles lit both the sides of me. So in case if the light goes away, I'm still not in the dark. So I did all that it took to fight my fears. But dear friends, I only returned when I got a branch manager position in a great financial company. Then I returned to my hometown victorious. So the transformation was amazing and it lasted because I was hungry enough to drive that change in me. I could do whatever it takes, fight all my fears, all my inhibitions, but I didn't come back. I made it happen and then I got back. So the second step is, once you're clear, make it so strong in you that you're hungry enough to be able to go through all the challenges. Is that clear? So friends, let me start knowing from you. Come on, I'm going to take a sip of water and I want you to tell me what are the step 1 and step 2 of the process of transformation. I'm waiting. Okay, let me see who's going to get it first. Who is the first one who's going to get step number 1 and then the step number 2? Who's really good at typing? And I'm really thankful. Also, I'm seeing that the series not only is doing live very well, but after the live sessions, I've seen people really watching them, and continuously for 3-4 days, I keep seeing new people joining in and looking at the stories. So that's really helping us, and I'm assured that the journey that I started with, the determination that I'll be able to influence people whom I don't even know, I think I'll be able to achieve that objective. So come on friends, quickly, what is the first step towards change? Hi Gurbaksh, great to have you here. Hi Bobby. Who else has come new? Hi Vishwas. Great to have all of you here. It's amazing to see you. So step 1 and step 2 of the process of transformation. Okay, great. So Shefali is saying step 1 is what is missing in your life. What is that you're missing in your life? Awesome, you got that correct. Anyone else? Step 1 and step 2. Kshitija, find out what you're missing in life. Once you're clear, get focused, get hungry enough to achieve it. Fantastic. Step 2, Bobby sharing, is your need to have that drive and hunger from within. Absolutely right. Aishwarya is saying, your story relates to me. I'm going through the same thing. It inspired me a lot. It gives me a lot of positivity and belief that I can prove myself and achieve great things. Awesome, Aishwarya. Thank you very much. Priyanka, be hungry for your missing thing. Fantastic. Pranav, step 1, what is missing in your life? Awesome. So all of you are writing and getting it. That's amazing. That really keeps me getting going, keeps building my enthusiasm, and I lose track of time. So fantastic. Janvi, to know where you're stuck, go till you are hungry enough to achieve your goal. Okay. So step 1 is what is that you're missing in life. Step 2 is about finding and really digging in deep. Once you're clear, getting focused and increasing that so much that you're hungry enough to push through all the challenges. And whatever you're doing it for yourself, not for anyone else. There is no obligation on anyone for your transformation. It's your life and you want to transform it. Now the step 3. The step 3 is find someone who can help you to make that shift in your life. Someone who has already achieved that. So someone already who was having this as missing, and now he's going to achieve, or he's really achieved what you were wanting to achieve in your life. Yes, Vishwas, correct. Be hungry for something which is missing in your life. So the step 3 is find someone who can help you to make that change. Now, who can be that someone? That someone can be only that person who's made that shift happen, who's already transformed his life. Like for example, if happiness is missing in my life and I can see someone who's really happy, I can learn it from him. But I can't learn from someone who's wanting to teach me how to be happy, but he's unhappy himself. All the time he's sad and low, I cannot learn from him, right? So find someone who can help you make that change. Someone who's already been there and made that transformation. Why do you need this? Because when we start to make that change, what comes in front of us as a huge obstacle is your own belief system. Will it work? Will it work for me? People who make change are some different, they belong to a different altitude, to a different part of the universe, but that's not the truth. Truth is, ordinary people have made these changes. So we heard Angela, you heard my story. We're all normal people who were at some point in the time real underdogs, were not achieving anything great out of life. But we really found that hunger, that drive in us, and we made that change. And then, of course, all of us picked up that role model. We learned from them, and that is how we could make that change. So that is the first thing, that once you know what is missing, you are hungry enough, then find that someone who can help you make that change so that you can find and overcome all the limiting beliefs that you have in yourself. That is how you'll be able to really fight this. Now, I can also tell you that people around here, they can find out what is missing. They try and build the hunger, but they don't build the courage to reach out for help, because they feel that if they reach out for help, people will feel, they'll judge you, they'll feel that you're not good enough. That fear of being judged stops you from getting the life that you really deserve and you desire. So dear friends, it really needs courage to go and seek out for help. If you don't go there, you're stopping the process of transformation. So don't do that. Really reach out to someone who can help you make that change. So step number 3 is Find someone who's already made that transformation in their life, and then have the courage to go out and ask for their support. That support could come in form of guidance, it could come in form of mentoring, coaching, whatever way that you want to name it. But find that person and pursue that person till the extent that he's ready to help you. Don't give up. So that is step number 3. Step number 4. Once you find that person and he's teaching you, now important it is to start taking action. So many a times, we gather information a lot. And like we heard these 3 stories, we've got so much of information, we got inspired, but we are not taking any action in our lives. Is that going to do anything in transforming your life? No, it's not going to, right? So knowing is not enough. It's about acting on the knowledge that you have received. And that is the reason I thought of having this episode of really helping you to take those actions. It is not about just listening to the story and getting inspired. And I'm so happy to know that so many of you could share what really inspired you from those stories, which means that you're listening to them and you're applying it in your life. So really happy and kudos to all of you who've been joining again and again and listening and working on your life. So the 4th step is, once you find that person, you learn from them, then you can start taking actions. And not only actions, but consistent actions. So doing it on a daily basis, that is the 4th step. Okay guys, the 5th step. So we have found a mentor, he has taught us, we have started taking action. But then the crucial thing is to maintain that momentum, to be in that environment. So the 5th step is to stay in the environment that is motivating you to make those changes. People around you who are inspiring you to make those changes, who are appreciating you for making those changes, or they themselves are so driven that they are making those changes. So be in that environment. Like if you heard to the story of Angela, she said she joined a boot camp. Why did she join that boot camp? Because that is that environment where all of them are working towards that common goal, which she also wanted. She wanted to be healthy. She wanted to achieve that vitality in her body. She wanted to gain energy. She wanted to lose weight. She wanted to feel good about herself. That is why she joined that boot camp. So it's very, very important to keep getting connected to such an environment. Now, where will you find these people is something important that you need to find out. Like what I do in my life, I keep going to these workshops time and again. Whenever I feel that the momentum is somewhere getting low, I'll pick up and I'll join another workshop. It again brings me back to that momentum. So that is very, very important. Stay in the environment that you are motivated enough to make those changes. Then be sure that you're surrounded with people who are actually influencing you to transform your life, not demotivating you. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, it's not really required, why the hell should you take so much efforts, life is going on fine, this is how life is, why should you push yourself, look at people around, this is how they will live life, this is a normal life. Don't be around such people, dear friends. Find an environment where people are pushing you, helping you, and they're really looking at your changes. And like for example, I'm sure all the females out here, when you're working on a diet and you go for a party or an occasion and few people come and say, wow, you're looking so good, what is that change in you? Don't you think that drives you for the next 10 days and you're more motivated enough, right? So we all need such small little appreciations or compliments from people around us. So find those people in your life. Find that environment which will keep having this positive influence on your life. And the other people, even if they're your family or your loved ones, and they're not motivating you, keep your ears shut. Don't listen to them. You can love them, but you don't have to listen to their opinion. So the 5th one is stay in that environment which will constantly drive you, motivate you to continuously make those changes. And I'm sure if you look at people around, you can find such people in your life. Or you can find such environments. Like we have this beautiful group called as Kickstart Your Life, where we connect every week and we really push each other, motivate each other. We share our changes, we share our stories, and other people take action. So that's a beautiful environment that you are in. Or the workshops that we conduct. or other workshops that your trainings that you've been going through, or those 3-4 friend circle in you around in that group that you attended the workshop together and are collectively working towards making those changes in your life towards the aspect that you are wanting to change. Could be your career, your finance, your relationship, your health, anything. So find that environment. Like, there are some people who join a particular gym with their friends. Now all these friends go together to the gym. So that is how, if 1 or 2 of the other 3, 4 in the circle, one is getting demotivated, the other 3 will pull him. That is how they can manage gymming every single day, the entire week. So gather that environment. So come on, friends, point number 3, 4, 5, steps 3, 4, 5. I want you to start sharing now. What are these 3 points I mentioned after the first 2? 3, 4 and 5. Come on. Shefali, Vishwas, Varun, Aishwarya, Janvi, Pranav, Priyanka, Kshitija, Gurbaksh, Bobby, and all the others that I can't see. What are step number 3, 4 and 5? I'm really waiting to listen to you and read your comments. And anywhere you have at any point of time any questions about what I'm sharing, you can write to me. I'll be able to answer them to you right away, so that you understand the process completely and you can apply that in your life and make the transformation that you're desiring. Okay guys, looking for step number 3. Okay, so Janvi is the first one to share. She says, find someone who will help you to make this transformation, who has already made this. Fantastic. Step 4, once you get that person, you learn and start taking action. Fantastic. Step 5, stay in the environment that will motivate you to take these actions consistently. Fantastic, Janvi, all are correct. Priyanka is saying step number 4 is what she remembers. Start taking action. Okay. Shefali, find someone who can help you make that change. That is step number 3. Okay, Shefali and Priyanka, what are the other 2 steps? Priyanka has missed the 3rd one and the 5th one. Shefali has missed the 4th and the 5th. Let's get to know from you. Yes, Bobby is sharing, find that person who will help you achieve your goal. Take action, be in the environment that motivates you. Awesome. Hi Kishore, great to have you here. So we were really sharing the process of transformation. We have gone through 5 steps. And people are sharing these 5 steps. Okay, step 4, find that person who's teaching you. Okay, let's see if Varun has got all the 3 points correct. Find someone who has done the transformation, go to them and take action. Be in the environment with such people. Awesome. Gurbaksh, find someone who can help you achieve what you're missing in life. Step 4 is start taking action and have the courage to go to that person to help you do that transformation. Awesome, Gurbaksh, I think you were the only person who got that correctly. Have the courage to go to that person, because many people actually keep going through this issue again and again, but they never gather the courage to go out for help, seek for help. There are so many relationships I see, they get damaged, they break, they end up in divorce, but they don't step out and take help to mend the relationship. So that is how it is. Some people really suffer in their career, don't really achieve the heights that they wanted, they were capable of, but they feel ashamed to take help from people. So guys, it really needs courage to go out and seek help. Believe me, that's the best thing that you can gift yourself. Aishwarya is saying, find someone who can make that change happen. Once you find that person, learn from them and take consistent action. Be in the environment to actually influence you to change your life. Fantastic. Okay, Vishwas is saying, find out the person who will fulfill which you're missing. You need a mentor and stay with positive environment. Fantastic. Vidya is saying, find a mentor who has already achieved it, help you reach there, implement all you have learned. Stay in the company of people who keep you motivated. Exactly, that's awesome. To maintain that momentum and stay in that environment which motivates you. Awesome. So Shefali has got this right. It is about maintaining the momentum. And to be in that to maintain that momentum, you need to really stay in that environment. Hi Subda, great to have you here. I hope you're listening to all the steps that people have written so that it will help you to understand the whole process. Kshitija is sharing, find someone who will help you make this transformation, who has already made that change. Fantastic. Take daily action. Stay in an environment to make these changes and find the people who motivate you. I would also tell that all of you are actually creating this environment when you come to us every Tuesday. So that's again a beautiful environment, right? I'm sure when you look at others' life and everyone who's excited and sharing their comments, sharing their story, you also get motivated. So it's such an amazing environment. You know, the best part is 2 days in a week, I give you such environment. One at ND Life Coaching where we are listening to these stories, and one on Friday where we are meeting on that Kickstart group. So I'm providing that environment. So if you're really interested, believe me, if you follow our stories and if you're there week on week, you can completely change your life. And 2021 will be a beautiful, awesome, rewarding year of your life. So we have been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for the last 2 steps of the transformation. The 6th one is to enjoy the process and celebrate the change. So if you remember, Angela said this so clear and specifically. She said that it was not about the goal. So the first thing I remember so clearly, she said that when she's coaching people or when she's inviting people for even the weight loss programs, she will first ask them that how long will you be interested in exercising even if you don't lose 1 pound? How long can you maintain that enthusiasm? And the answer which she gets, then she decides whether she should take them in or no. Why this is important? Because if you don't enjoy the process, believe me, you'll not be able to reach there. Like for example, if I look at my life and my husband's life, both of us really enjoy exercising. It is not about losing weight. So I really don't have a weighing scale in my house. And I'm not obsessed by looking at it every single day. That, you know, whether I've reduced 0.3 kg, 0.4 kg, 0.5 kg, oh, today I've increased 0.2 kg, so I don't feel like exercising. No, that's not the purpose. Purpose is living healthy. And that is why I enjoy the process. And you know, how do I enjoy the process? One is really, exerting to the fullest. And when I exert to the fullest, then I do the next part. So the next part of step 6 is celebrate the change. So, you know, when I finish my yoga and when I look at all the sweat, when I change my clothes and I see how my entire clothes are really soaked in that sweat, I really pat my back and I celebrate. And both of us, we compliment each other that, wow, you really exerted. You know, look at the t-shirt that you were wearing and it's really soaked in sweat. And my hair is all wavy because of the sweat that has gone in. So that is what I celebrate. I really enjoy that. Yes, I exerted again, fullest, to my fullest. So I'm exhausted and I'm having soreness in my body. So when I feel sore, I feel happy that I've exerted myself. So, you know, I've really given in my best. Just give me a moment. Now, why is it important to celebrate these changes? Because our brain is used to deleting all what is not important. And it really retains all which gives you pleasure. So you remember that brain has 2 functions mainly. One is to avoid pain and second is to enhance our pleasure. So if I'm celebrating these changes, my brain takes me there again and again because it's enjoying those changes, right? So it's important that you enjoy the process and you celebrate those changes. Now that celebration could be in any way. Like I explained to you, my yoga, when I look at the t-shirt, I really smile. I'm happy, I pat my back, I've done a fantastic job. Or my buddy, that's my husband, gives me that push. Both of us really appreciate, wow, you really did great. That's how we celebrate the change. We feel really good. And in the day when we are functioning and the soreness hits us, so that again gives us so much of joy that we exerted fully. These days we have started walking. So, you know, when we are pushing ourselves and when we come home and we see that 1 minute I reduced in my walk in that same distance, that makes me really feel so good and I celebrate that change. And I retain that change and then the next day morning that motivates me to start with that great positive note that, wow, I did achieve it yesterday. So today let me try and break my own record. That could be a 30-second or a 1-second change. Doesn't really matter. Plus, I really enjoy my walks in the morning. So that is what I'm doing to enjoy the process. So step number 6, enjoy the process, celebrate the change. Second thing, we are all having our own patterns of life. So when we are wanting to make this change, we started with an enthusiasm. But then, you know, the body pattern starts flowing in. To break that pattern, we need the support of the brain. And the brain will only support when it's enjoying the process. So when it's gaining all the pleasure, there are some beautiful hormones that are secreted in the body which brings in those positive changes, and that drives us to achieve it even more. If I'm not celebrating those changes, I cannot continue, and if I don't continue, transformation doesn't happen. A small temporary change can happen, but we are all wanting lasting change. Yes or no? So come on guys, I want to know from you. Are you wanting a small temporary change, or you're wanting a permanent change, a lasting change, a transformation in you? Let me know from you. Are you wanting a temporary change or a transformation? Come on guys, let me know your answers. Hi Murtuja, great to have you here. Hi Dipti. Yes, dear friends, do you want a small temporary change or you want a lasting change? Okay, Shifali is wanting a lasting change. Kishore is wanting a permanent transformation. Priyanka is wanting a transformation. Awesome. Vidya is wanting a permanent, everlasting transformation. Dipti is also saying transformation surely. Okay. All the others, lasting change. Aishwarya is saying great, awesome. Vishwas, permanent change. Awesome. Very good. So all of you are here to transform your life. Fantastic. Great. So step number 7 and the final step. Yes, Gurbaksh, permanent transformation. Pranav is also saying permanent transformation. You know, I'm really happy that Pranav has joined this series. He's the youngest participant in all of us. So I'm so glad that he's actually going to learn all these tools and techniques of changing his life at this young age. So he is going to really achieve a lot in life. That's really awesome. Pranav, great. And same thing about Aishwarya and Akash. Both young people have got married, learning all these things, so you'll really be able to work on your relationship from the day one, and that's going to ensure that you stay together and have a great happy married life. Fantastic. Thank you really for being and joining us together every time. The last step, dear friends, is repeat and reinforce it till it becomes a permanent change. So repetition, if you remember, Tony says this, repetition is the master or the mother of all skills, and he learned it from his mentor. I forget his name. It was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn taught this. He is also one fantastic guy I've really learned from. That small little things that he teaches, and it really changes your life. So repeat and reinforce till it becomes a permanent change or a transformation. Now this I would like to cite with an example which I keep quoting in my workshops. Transformation is like that driving school. So for all those people who have learned driving can relate to this, that when initially you were wanting to actually learn driving. So what did you do? The first thing was, obviously you need to have a car or you can hire a car. But the first thing that you did was hire a mentor or go to a driving school, right? It took courage to go there, enroll yourself. Now this mentor, the guy who's going to teach you driving, sit next to you and he starts explaining all the process. So ABC of driving. So A is for accelerator, B is for brakes, C is for clutch, and G is for gear. And then how do you really accelerate? How do you brake? When do you shift the gears? So when he's teaching all this, you're so damn confused and you don't know how you're going to make it happen. So I remember, I still feel that I was so foolish, but I think it was a great question that I asked him, because that answer really changed my life. So I asked him that, why is it necessary to keep increasing the speed and changing the gears? Can I keep driving at the same speed so I don't have to go into all these things and really remember? Because if I look down and I, brake or I change the gears, I'll hit into someone and I'm not able to see ahead. So 2 things he told me. One, he said you can keep driving in first gear. The only thing is the average of your car would be 4 or 5. So your expenses, if you can manage, it's fine. There's no problem. And you can see everyone else going ahead of you and you're still driving consistently. So that was really very funny. And the second thing that he told me, that if you don't want to look down and change the gears, then you can actually tune into your engine. So if you're listening to your car, the car will tell you, or the engine will tell you, when is the time to shift the gears. So similarly, dear friends, if you tune into your life daily, you will know where the change is required. What is that you need to change? It's only about tuning to that engine of your life. Am I lacking energy? Am I really lacking love in life? Is warmth missing out of my life? Am I really missing love and care? Am I really missing the joy and happiness that I could give if I'm having more money? What is that is missing in your life? You will know. But that can only happen when you have tuned into your own life. Right? And that takes me to the step number 1. Find what is missing in your life. And then if you go through all the 7 steps, like when you go through that driving school, you complete your 15 days, then most of the people hire someone who's going to take them on their daily journey. And that is where you really learn, because now you are facing your real life situations. So that guy is actually coaching you, not only learning, but then he's coaching you to run through your challenges. And one day comes when you're actually driving the car, you're not even noticing when you're changing the gears, you're actually chatting with someone on the phone, you're listening to your radio, you're at times screaming at someone who's crossed you wrongly on the wrong side. All this is happening along with your driving. That's a transformation, dear friends, right? So step number 1 to step number 7. Now guys who have been there from the point 1, I want you to share all these steps 7 for those people who've joined us late. So we are all a family, right? And we want to help each other. So I want all of you who have been there from the step number 1 to list down all these 7 steps so that people who joined in late can go through all these 7 steps. Come on. The last exercise for you. 7 steps that you can do to transform your life in any area or any aspect. What is that is required? Looking for answers. I know it's going to be a long one, but please start writing. Let's really know from all of you. And this is for people who have joined in late. And also at the same time, if there's any question you have on any of those 7 steps, you can ask me and I can answer you. Let's really start getting some comments from people. All the 7 steps, I hope all of you are awake and you've heard through the entire 7 steps and you're going to apply it in your life. In fact, the fact that you all keep joining every single Tuesday and be with us, and especially the last episode where there were really 2 technical chaos, but you still joined in again, that shows that you're interested in transformation. Okay, so Janvi has put in all the 7 steps. Fantastic, Janvi. Thank you very much. So find what is missing in your life. Be hungry enough to achieve your goals. Find someone who will help you make your transformation, who has already gone through this and overcome those challenges. Once you get that person, you learn, start taking actions. Step number 5, stay in the environment that will motivate you to take these actions consistently. Step number 6, celebrate the change. And step number 7, repeat and reinforce till you achieve a permanent change. So dear friends who have joined in late, I think you should thank Janvi for writing down all these 7 steps for all of you. So let's really listen, that appreciation should come from you. Come on. Some real gratitude from all of you. Yes, Bobby says repeat and reinforce till it becomes a permanent change. Absolutely correct. So guys, let's really, all those who've joined in late, give some thanks for these people who have taken all the efforts to share these 7 steps with you. Yes, there comes a thank you from Dipti. Who else joined in late and wants to thank these people? Fantastic. I can see some beautiful emojis or love hearts coming. I'm feeling so excited. It's really making me feel so good. So dear friends, thank you very much for joining today in this transformation episode number 4. Hi Pratmesh, you can go through this live session. I'm going to post it live. You can go through that, and if you've missed on something, you can know from there. People have really shared all the 7 steps. Go through the entire explanation and you can see how it works for you. Please write back how you're taking efforts, knowing all this and applying it in your life so that others can be motivated enough to make those changes. Let's really create this environment to help people transform their life. Thank you very much. Especially, all of you, each one of you who keeps coming here every Tuesday to listen to us, and for all those people who listen to us late at their convenience and make those changes. Finally, at the end of the day, I want to transform this world into people who are happy. So I want this world to be a happy place where all the people are happy, enjoying their lives, living a vibrant and an enthusiastic life. So thank you for being a part of this journey and creating this beautiful world. Thank you, Dhara, for joining in. Please listen to the entire session and make those transformations. And Angela, thank you very, very much for being a part of this. I'm sure others who heard to this were really inspired seeing you. And I'm sure you would be happy listening to how many people you've touched through that session of yours. So thank you guys. See you again on next Tuesday with an amazing story of transformation. Bye. See you next Tuesday. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ishwas. Thank you, Shifali. Thank you, Goodbox, for writing all the steps for all the others who are going to join later. Amazing, dear friends. Thank you for the enthusiasm and the excitement.